I just wanted to share this video on how my cousin tried to like people who get grossed out over stuff being like TMI. I would recommend not watching this video because that's what I'm like telling. I'm telling the whole story basically. So yeah, backtrack 2 years ago. It was 2007, and me and my brother. Well, let's explain this. Me and my mom, they got divorced. My mom is a single parent of 2. Me and my brother. Then my dad, he just has his girlfriend. So me and my brother had decided to go visit my dad before the Christmas came. So by the time it was like sunrise by the time we got there, so we had slept a little bit before like we woke up. Everyone woke up. So then my dad had said, oh, we have to go get your cousins from their house. And I was like, which ones? And I'm gonna make up fake names because I don't want to like have any problem with anyone. So yeah, let's call him Marco. So we have to go get Marco from your cousin's house. And I was like, oh, Marco's coming. He was like, yeah. So then we go pick up Marco, and then he's like, everyone has to get out the car so we have enough room. We have to see if we have enough room because it was 2 of me. It was me. So me and my brother are 2, and then they had. So basically that's 5. But I'm not really sure how we fit in the van because at the time they had the van, I'm not really sure how we fit into the van. I just know we all had got into the van. So I was like in the back part of the van. This is the front part where the 2 seats are. My brother and someone else is there. And then, oh, someone's riding in the front. My stepmom, she's not in the front. So no, she's not my stepmom. She's this girl. Whatever. So my dad's fiance, girlfriend, I don't know. She's not there. So my brother's sitting in the front. My two cousins are sitting in the back. And then in the way back, like back here at the 2 seats, in the way back, me and Marco are sitting in the back. So I'm like this little kid who just bees on my phone, just leaves it alone. So then he's like, I know you want to see it. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, I got you when I get in the house. And I'm like, okay. When you hear that, that's one red flag. I didn't know that because I was only 8 years old. So I'm like, okay, he must be like play or something. So when we get in the house, I'm like, I just want to go on my phone because I have nothing better to do and I forgot about it. So then my dad, he goes downstairs and then he makes something to eat first because he's like a chef basically. So he knows how to make lasagna and stuff. But really, yeah. So after we eat, it's like 12 or 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then I go upstairs because I don't want to be near my brother or my cousins, like my second to oldest one or my younger cousin. I just don't want to. So then I go upstairs with my oldest cousin. He's like 15, and Margot, he's like, do you know how to connect your phone to the TV or like to the PlayStation? I'm like, no, can you show me? So then he says, give me your phone. And I'm like, okay. So he gave me his phone and then watched what I was watching. It was really boring because at the time I was 8 years old, and I was like a 8 years old don't know what to watch. They like watch kiddie stuff. So I was just kept on watching, and then he tried to touch me and I was like, whoa, what are you doing? And then he was like, I told you what I was gonna do in the car. And I was like, I didn't know you meant this. I don't want to do this. And he was like, okay, bet. So then like a couple hours go past, and like we're taking turns back and forth with choosing things on my phone to watch. So then I go downstairs and I say I have to go to the bathroom. So I go downstairs and I'm like, oh my gosh, she really tried to touch me. Should I call my mom or should I stay here? And I just didn't know what to do at that time. So then I didn't call my mom. I didn't tell her anything. I didn't tell my dad anything. And they still don't know to this day because I'm scared to tell them. Because I know my mom, she's a little cuckoo. So then anyways, I still using the bathroom, and then I hear a knock on the door. It's like but wood, like basically like that. So then I'm like, who is it? He's like, it's Marco. So I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. He was like, can I come in? And I was like, no, you cannot come in. I'm in the bathroom. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna be waiting outside. I'm like, okay. So then when I went outside, okay, guys, here's where it started to get real, like real. So, you know, he's waiting outside in the dark. I can't even see nothing. So I have to use my phone flashlight. I can't even see anything. So, how do you say this? Oh my god. So I wash my hands as I'm, done doing my business in the bathroom. I wash my hands, and after I'm done washing my hands, I would, I would turn off the bathroom light, and I would quickly, turn on the flashlight, because I was still afraid of the dark at 8. So, yeah. Then, my cousin, he was, like, waiting right in front of me. So, when I did the flashlight, okay, so, let me explain to you guys more. So, I'm coming out the bathroom this way, and he's, like, right here. So, I just walk a couple, like, spaces, and then I run into him. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? And he's like, I've been waiting for you. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I've been in the bathroom for almost a whole 10 minutes. And he was like, so then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go now. And then he's like, no. So then he backs me up into a closet, and he tries to stick it in my mouth. And I'm like, oh my god, what should I do? And he was like, have you ever tasted this before? And I was like, I shook my head, because he kept on trying to stick it in my mouth. Like, if he would have got it in my mouth, he would have choked me, because I had a very narrow throat, like a very, very narrow throat. So yeah, then he tried to stick it in me. I'm like, no. So I moved him, I shoved him out the way, and then he sat me on the chair. He was like, I'm so sorry. And he said my hormones are just getting the best of me. I didn't even know what hormones are. I was that little. So he's like, my hormones are getting the best of me. And I'm like, hormones, what are that? What are they? He was like, oh, you're just 8, you don't know that. I'm like, yeah, I don't know that. So then, he says, can we make out? And I'm like, no. And so then he forces me on the couch. He forces me on the couch after I'm up. He grabs my arm like this. He grabs my arm, and then he yanks me onto the couch. And then he's kissing me, and then doing this, but with one hand. So then I'm like, no. And then our little cousin catches him doing that. So then he goes to get his older cousin, because my brother, my younger cousin, and my middle child cousin, they all went upstairs. So my brother, he stayed downstairs. I'm sorry. My brother stayed downstairs. It's just my middle cousin and my younger cousin, they went upstairs. So then my younger cousin came down, and he saw, us, him making out, but I wasn't. So then he goes to tell his brother. So then I'm like, oh crap. And then he's like, frick. He said the other word. He said, frick, we got caught. And I was like, that's your fault. So then we like start arguing back and forth. And then the older cousin, the middle child cousin basically came down and was like, what is this arguing about? I'm like, he almost got his car. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, oh, we were just playing like tag in the house, and like, let's call him DJ. DJ came downstairs and saw us, so I thought he was gonna telling us, but that's not really happening. Like I didn't want to tell him because I didn't want him getting in trouble. So then, sorry, I just had to cut the camera off for a second. And then everyone goes upstairs, and then he tells DJ to go stay here. Well, my middle child cousin stayed, down upstairs, went upstairs. So then he was like, please don't tell them. Go ahead and play on my PlayStation and stuff. I'm like, are you serious? So I just didn't say nothing because I was just in shock what he did. So then, while he's telling DJ that, oh my gosh, it's so hard not to say their names because I like remember them just like that. And like, so, oh my god, how am I trying to say this? I ran back to the back room. I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Then my brother, he was just playing the game, playing Fortnite. No, he was just playing the game. I think he was playing Call of Duty or something. So he was just playing the game, and then I went back there, and then he was like, and I'm like, hi. So then oh my god, I almost said his name. So then Marco came back. He came back to the room, and I was laying down because I was sleepy and stuff. So I went to sleep, and then 20 minutes later I woke up, and he was behind me trying to stick it in me. But I was so scared, and I didn't want him to do it. But also he was covering my mouth, covering my nose. So I almost couldn't breathe. I almost passed out. Literally, I almost passed out. So then I was crying. He whispered in my ear. He was like, shut up. And I was just trying to be quiet. But then my dad, he had called me and my brother from downstairs, and I'm so glad. My dad, he was my hero. He had called me he had called from downstairs and had said, get your stuff together, your mom's picking you up. And then he was like, you're not staying? I was like, no, I'm not staying. So he was like, did you snitch? And I was like, why would I snitch? He was like, because I tried to rape you. And I was like, oh my god. So then 20 minutes later, my mom, she arrives. But during those 20 minutes, he's kind of sticking in, trying to touch me on my body, where I didn't want to be touched. So, how do you say this? My mom, she got home, and then I acted like everything was fine. So, yeah. Guys so much for watching, and please subscribe, and try to comment on the video. I'm not sure if the comments are undone, but try and comment. And thank you guys so much for listening out. Please don't think I did anything wrong in this video, because I didn't. I was just 8 years old and I didn't know what to do. But now I'm 12 and I have gotten over it. Not really, because I still remember it from the back of my head. So please don't think I did anything wrong. Please hit that subscribe button so we can get 100 subscribers in this video, and then we can do a party. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day. Bless your hearts, and yeah, stay tuned for next week. And I'm also posting 2 or 1 times a week. So